Beneath the ocean's surface, ordinary-looking sharks begin transforming into creatures that look like they were pulled straight out from a nightmare. Their bodies stretch and become soft. Some develop jaws that can launch forward from their skull, while others slow their lives down so much they were born before electricity was invented. And then it gets stranger. So, what forces sharks to turn into these warped, horrifying creatures? For years, sharks have dominated our collective nightmares thanks to one simple formula. Fin breaks water, ominous music starts, giant shape emerges. But if you think the great white is the most terrifying shark in our oceans, you're looking entirely in the wrong place. The truly nightmare sharks aren't circling your local beach. They're living hundreds, sometimes thousands of meters below the surface, in a world so alien, it might as well be another planet. To understand how these sharks exist, we have to start at the top. The great white rules the upper 100 meters. Its jaws contain 7 rows of teeth built to tear seals in half. It's torpedo-shaped, packed with muscle, with eyes tuned for hunting in clear, bright water. This anatomy makes sense in an environment with plenty of light and enough food to justify revving that massive biological engine. But take that design and drop it far down, and suddenly everything that made it terrifying becomes even more twisted. Drop below 200 meters and light begins to fade. We enter the Twilight Zone, where the sun's rays are too weak for photosynthesis. Only the slow snowfall of particles drifts from above. Scientists call it marine snow. To the creatures here, it is life itself. And when there is life, there are sharks. But not sharks as we know them. Here we get our first glimpse of something genuinely alien. The frilled shark. Its body is long, eel-like, and soft instead of sleek and muscular. Its mouth holds more than 300 needle-like backward-facing teeth arranged in multiple rows, forming a trapping mechanism rather than a cutting tool. Those backward-pointing teeth make escape virtually impossible. It would be like trying to back out of a forest of fish hooks. In deep, low-energy environments, maintaining a large, fast-moving body would be metabolically unsuitable. So the frilled shark relies on slow, controlled movements and short lunges to capture prey that drifts within reach. Deeper still lives the big-eye thresher shark. At first it looks like a great white, until it turns around and those oversized bowling ball eyes reveal how it hunts using the last traces of fading light. Its tail has become a ridiculously elongated whip, sometimes as long as the rest of its body, used to stun schools of fish with a single overhead smack. It still looks like a shark, but you can see the design bending. And then it gets stranger. The cookie cutter shark is barely 50 centimeters long, shaped like a weird cigar, and weighs less than a chihuahua. But don't let its size fool you. Using specialized photophores on its underside, it produces the strongest bioluminescence of any known shark species, camouflaging itself from above, while a dark patch around its throat mimics the silhouette of a smaller fish to predators looking up from below. When larger animals move in for what they believe is an easy meal, the cookie cutter strikes. It latches on with suction cup lips and a lower jaw like a bandsaw, then twists, carving out a perfectly circular plug of flesh. Whales, dolphins, tuna, other sharks, even nuclear submarine sonar domes come back scarred with neat round craters. It is small, but it leaves behind terrifying surgical bite marks. During daylight hours, it stays deep, up to 3,700 meters. As darkness falls, it rises with the largest synchronized migration on Earth, positioning itself among a moving buffet of prey that never sees it coming. But some ancient sharks never needed tricks. The blunt-nosed six-gill shark carries features unchanged for over 200 million years. When you look at a six-gill, you're essentially looking at a design that prowled the oceans when dinosaurs walked the Earth. Heavy, almost bloated, with a single dorsal fin set far back near its tail. At night, its eyes shine bright green from a reflective layer that helps it see in near total darkness. And then it employs a disturbing feeding technique. It lowers its pectoral fins for stability and uses its saw-like teeth to literally carve chunks out of prey before swallowing them whole. Deeper still, we enter the midnight zone, And here we find the goblin shark. Its skin is pale pink because blood vessels show through its thin tissue, making the entire shark look like it's been turned inside out. Its snout stretches into a long flattened blade packed with electroreceptors, sensing the faint electrical fields of hidden prey. But the truly unsettling part is its jaw. When it detects prey, the entire lower portion of its skull shoots forward like a biological battering ram, one of the fastest jaw protrusion speeds of any shark or fish. It doesn't chase. It just drifts through the dark, listening for the spark of other animals' nerves firing, then launches its jaw like a trap. It's still a shark, technically, but now we're firmly in monster territory. Then there is the Greenland shark. Imagine something as big as a great white, but with a top speed of only 1.8 miles per hour. Its flesh is loaded with toxic compounds that act like antifreeze. Its metabolism is glacial. Radiocarbon studies suggest some individuals are well over 400 years old, meaning a living Greenland shark may have been cruising the deep before the United States was founded and could still be alive centuries from now. Most are effectively blind, with parasitic crustaceans clinging to their eyes, sometimes bioluminescent, creating the appearance of glowing eyes on the shark, rely entirely on smell and hearing, drifting through the cold dark like something that simply refuses to die. To understand why sharks at the depths are so different, you have to understand what the deep demands. There is less dissolved oxygen. Food is scarce to the point of absurdity. Maintaining a large, fast-moving body becomes impossible. So the deep selects for flabbier bodies, larger livers, slower metabolisms, and senses tuned not for light, but for electricity, vibration, and chemical traces. Every freakish adaptation has a reason. The goblin shark's projectile jaw evolved because, in total darkness, speed of strike matters more than speed of pursuit. The Greenland shark's glacial pace evolved because in freezing nutrient-poor water, slowing down until time itself loses meaning is the only way to survive. We've explored less than 5% of the deep ocean. Each dive into the midnight zone uncovers creatures never before seen by science. Animals with glowing eyes, detachable jaws, or bodies so fragile they disintegrate when brought to the surface. For every species documented, scientists believe dozens remain unknown. If the sharks we've already found make the great white look tame, what might still be waiting in the dark, drifting silently through depths we have never lit, in water we were never meant to reach? The deeper you go, the less the ocean feels like our planet, and the sharks down there never needed it to.